Are you tired of falling for the same dumb chess traps? Do you feel like opponents are insulting your intelligence with their gameplay? In this video, learn how to take control back over the board and play like a sensible person.
I telling you what, play h6 in this position and save yourself a lot of headaches. Now let's take a look at what can happen if not. Of course, you're going to want to develop your knight to f6 because you're a principled little noodle, as all beginning players should be. Now the knight in this position is going to go to g5, and your best response is going to be d5, and then pawn's going to take, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then after king to e6, develops the knight, going to attack it, and this knight is pinned, by the way, so you're running out of defenders there. Now we're going to try and add another layer of defense with moving our knight to b4, and there are several opportunities of what to do from this position. However, we notice that the queen here has played e4, which defends this fork that you had coming as a possible counterattack. So take a look at the eval bar here in this position, and we can understand that white is ahead. And if you're a beginning player, like people who fall susceptible to this very frequently, then this is going to be a very hard game for you to win as black, even though you're up in material. And for what? Not understanding some cheese? Don't you think that you are better than that? If the fried liver is the Da Vinci Code, then h6 is literally the solution. It stops the progression of the knight totally in its tracks there, and a lot of people, especially if you're at the beginning level, are going to be taken out of their prep by such a thing. I actually had somebody chat me one time during a game of this where I played h6 immediately, like a muscle spasm, knee-jerk reaction type thing, and they actually responded in chat, "Aw, little baby doesn't want to play the fried liver," and I continued to annihilate them totally, and they had no idea what to do about it because they were out of their prep simply. So this is going to be a pretty typical game, especially at the beginning level. Some of you have probably played this almost to a T. And then so right here is where we get started under the Greek gift, okay? So of course the king is then going to take, and then in this position the knight advances to g5, delivering a check there, and there's a couple different options here. The best one is going to be this, but the engine does think that king to g8 is perfectly acceptable as well. Either way, it doesn't matter which way you play it out. The queen is going to be sacked to prevent mate overall, okay? So let's see it the other way real quick. And this then threatens mate here, and then the best response is then for you to still lose a queen. So you're in dire straits in this position. We'll go ahead and take a look at the eval bar. Black is ripped to shreds, and it is move 9, move 10. So the best move in this position actually is not to castle, it is actually to play c5, okay? Lash out with c5 and undermine the center here that white has, right? So if you get into this situation, and you may, and you will actually, maybe frankly for that matter, you must remember that this is where the principle comes into understanding where to castle, which side to castle, and when to castle. It's very situational, and if you castle in this position, you leave yourself susceptible to a heavy, heavy loss. Ah, now that's enough to make your rage quit, isn't it? So here's the issue with that. And I'm going to teach you how to avoid this just by going through these moves, okay? Just take a look at what goes on here, okay? Why do the irrelevant attacks? Don't do irrelevant attacks and sacrifice pieces for no reason. What you've done is waste a lot of time that you could have used getting your king away from your major pieces, especially the rooks and the queen, because look at this knight. This knight's ready for something, man. And then why would you ever do that? Now you've given up the protection of this fork. And look at that fork. It's devastating. It's so mean. It's so nasty. No matter what way the king goes, it doesn't matter. Stop doing that.
So I have been pretty absent, pretty distant from the channel, and some people have asked, oh, when's the next video? When's the next video? I have been working on the Chess for All mission locally in the community, and so here's some clips of my involvement. If you liked this video or are interested in getting involved in the Chess for All movement, please consider liking this video or commenting down below, and visit my link tree for all things Coach Nick.
Talked about principles a lot, and we've talked about principles a lot during this video. I will leave you with this. If you want to break the principles, you must first understand why that is better than following them. And then, only then can you be allowed to do so. Otherwise, please, please try your best to be a principled player. Oh, come on, man. I totally had that game, dude. God, I'm just not thinking. Wait. Be sure to use my promo code CHESSFORALL, no caps, no spaces, and try some W today. Did I really write that? Hey guys, it's Coach Nick back with another video. I'm not gonna say that, Seth. I'm just gonna kind of go off book a little bit.